Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Reus 2, where today we're just gonna develop ourselves another pretty little planet here. I'm kind of interested in trying to force the era that we didn't have access to last time, which required the technology be the highest of our total stats, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, let's go for the inventor here. All biotica with a base science yield get plus 40% science if they are unique in their biome. Now, one thing I don't know about this is if the word biome here is used to refer to a contiguous stretch of that biome or if it refers to all patches of that biome everywhere on the planet. Oh, right, we have a new giant. We have a giant decision to make. Well, it would seem to be the case. It would seem to make sense to pull rainforest here, right? Create the natural feature creek. Plants on both sides gain plus 50% on all yields. Interesting. Yeah, let's do that. And we have to take one giant of each type, right? Yeah, I can't bring the forest giant as well. Okay, let's do it. Final era medieval. So we're getting to stretch a little bit further here too. I love the way the little people are drawn. Also, the swamp giant is adorable. All right, y'all. Prepare to be rainforested. Let's just make a nice big rainforest. Oh, there we go. So, founding multiple cities helps to get your what do you call it? Your eon limit up, right? And also it helps to get it's obviously just like more cities means more total prosperity. So I'm going to create a lot of land biome here. I think the plan is going to be let's have some ocean, but not like a lot of ocean. I'm gonna do like this. Okay. We're gonna have these nomads settle pretty close to this ocean. There's a lot of desert. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna fix some of this, but I'm gonna settle y'all real close to the ocean. Yeah, please fix that. Let me put down some more rainforest here. Alright, Ancient Grove Haven. Would love to have 3 technology if we could swing that. There is a plant booster here. As soon as you're done with your job, we'll go over there and take advantage of it. Alright, so we can make kelp, we can make sea anemones. Yeah, a sea anemone seems like a winner. And then let me get the rock giant over here as well. Well, I guess we currently can't really take advantage of any of that rainforest. What can we put in the water? Bedrock loves to be next to a plant. Alright, so that'll get us covered real easily and let us build a second city. And yeah, basically my plan is to have, like a second rainforest city and then a desert coast city and a second desert city. Try to see if we can sustain 4. Obviously, like at some point you're running into difficulty with the cities having enough room to expand. Because obviously a city needs access to a certain number of plots in order to be able to actually complete its ideas. Alright, let's start with you. So 2 to 2-3 undergrowth biotica, 2-3 tree biotica, or extra 1 science for each science in the mineral within borders. Wait. Okay. Extra science for each science in the mineral within borders with the highest science. So it basically doubles the science output of the mineral within borders with the highest science. That's probably not going to be 100. Let's try herbalist, because woodcutter, I don't know if we know enough trees. Let's try herbalist. I don't know what exactly has the undergrowth tag. Sea anemones are toxic. That's interesting. Let's get a plant person over here. So we don't actually have access to undergrowth in the rainforest. That's less than ideal. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. We'll figure it out. Also, +3 science for each mystery within borders. So that's good to know. Good for our sea anemone. Alright, let's get... What am I doing? I need to be out of this menu so that I can access this. Loves plants. The weirder the better. Looks to gain science and food from them. 4 food and 4 science for each mystery, or 3... Okay, they're actually fairly similar. That's kind of interesting. Let's call our botanist here, and I'm gonna put the botanist on the other side of the water, but maybe not immediately on the other side. No, I am gonna go immediately on the other side. This will give them room to expand away from each other for a bit. And let's draft ourselves, I don't know, a desert thing. So we know what we have available more or less. I do think limestone is a pretty good way to go. You know, we saw a lot of our apexes last time. Swamp Giant is very cute. Okay, well, we're waiting for that. The Inventor Village would love to get to 10 technology. Okay, so what else can we do down here in the water? Yeah, nothing. We can't really place anything that has undergrowth, so this is going to be a little rough. We could put down more bedrock, but obviously we want things to be unique as much as possible. And there's something to be said for just increasing raw prosperity, because that helps us get border growth, right? We also need to have 5 unique biotica within the borders. So let's just put down a clownfish here. It'll benefit from being near the sea anemone. It produces some mystery. It produces some biodiversity. And then, like... is there anything else that we particularly want in the area? Kelp is worth a fair amount of food. The villagers going out to see the new clownfish. Amazing. That's really cute. Okay, now we've produced enough stuff to expand out this way a little bit. So the Ramon tree does not produce a lot, and it doesn't have any symbiosis. What else do we have access to up here in the rainforest? Guinea pigs, pretty cute. Pit vipers, less cute. Actually, honestly, this drawing of a pit viper is pretty cute. And stone wants to be next to a bioticum with base science. So yeah, let's go ahead and build a Ramon tree here. We'll also put up some stone. That'll get us to 5 unique biotica at least, and we're not going to be super close on the science. In part because I chose a bad project for them. That's on me. I don't know if there's a way to fix it, or if we're just going to have to wait until we, and we're just gonna have to wait until we expand some more in order to be able to produce enough science. Alright. What are you doing over here, Southways Cove? Have 4 combined population / technology and also a couple of plants. Well, we can certainly do kind of a similar move down here. Plus 50% primary yield. So it doesn't say mystery though. It says food science gold. Well, I guess I want to open with sea anemone here then. Then we'll throw down some bedrock. I'm just going to do the same thing actually here with the fish. Or with the same thing as we did in the other half of the ocean. Oh right, actually, the kelp was already adjacent to some clownfish here. Alright, so now we get another one, and I want to put you in a position where you leave enough, science for minerals. I'm going to put you in a position where you're going to leave enough room for a 4th city. So if we put it roughly like this, I think like over here should be good. Yeah. I was trying to like put them exactly a quarter of the planet away from each other. Alright, so you haven't come up with your second deal yet. That's fine. We're not seeing border expansion yet here. Anything I put down here, like if it's... Oh wait, have I... Okay, so these bedrocks are no longer getting... they're no longer getting the plus 40% bonus. So I may, at this point, I may as well just build another one. Yeah, that's not going to push us to 10, certainly. But again, prosperity rises are prosperity rises, so hopefully that'll get us some distance. Let's jump over to the miner settlement. This should be fairly easy. So what's your deal? Okay. 5 science and 2 food for each mystery. Well, let's do some minerals. Oh, let me buy some space here. So we'll pump our Eon limit a couple of times. You want to be next to a plant. You need for stuff to happen. You need for biodiversity to occur. Sagebrush counts as an empty slot. One thing we could do, I guess, is because sagebrush is undergrowth, we could change some of the biome over here. Like we could insert a little bit of desert to try to get the herbalist going. Might be worth it. I don't know. Okay, so you want to be next to a plant. Let's figure this out. A Ramon tree, like a fan palm. You do have base gold, actually, so fan palm here does do good work. And then we just got to put down another mineral, like some stone, which which will play well with the fan palm. Alright, unfortunately, I think we're gonna run out of this first era pretty quickly. Alright, you know, maybe we can pull a rainforest draft that will help us run this other city. Okay, bananas are undergrowth. And they unlock the taro root, which is also undergrowth, and also jungle fowl, which is just adorable. Arboreal. So what is the symbol here? Is this saying the parakeet is from a different biome? Like it doesn't actually go in the rainforest? 6 science for each surplus biodiversity in the biome is pretty cool. That is a powerful one. But it doesn't give us the undergrowth that we need. Unfortunately, the taro and the banana are both completely food producing. Yeah, that's... Because, like, there's definitely a part of me that wants to, So if we built, like, 2 bananas next to each other and a taro somewhere or something like that, we would end up figuring 100 extra science from our farm. Which is probably better than we do from any 3 things here. I am gonna take the banana. The banana and its cohorts. Okay. Botanist has an idea for a project. Wants population and technology and 3 plants within borders. Plus 25 food for each distinct algae within borders. And yeah, stuff that cares about undergrowth is extremely common. Although with the village in the desert is going to have an easier time with that, of course. But like, how much... We don't have a lot of algae available here. It's each distinct algae biome or bioticum. Does distinct mean the same thing as unique in this case? That would be my assumption, but we have already seen the word unique be used. It's weird that there would be differences in wording. So this is going to be like 25, right? All we can do with this is get 25 until we get an apex in the ocean, I guess. You know what? I am going to take it because we're just going to have a hard time activating the others. And yeah, we're not going to be able to... We're going to have to replace, if we want the tech thing, we're going to have to replace some clownfish and whatever. Yeah, they just really... You produce a lot of wealth very easily. So... This is 10 plus 2 mysteries. And each mystery is 8 points of additional food. Yeah, alright. I think this is the replacement we're going to do. The algae wants to be adjacent to a fish, but it still is. Yeah. Okay. Three plants within borders, something we're working on. Okay, that's almost got technology to being the highest. I probably want to leave one clownfish in the ocean. But is there a place where I can replace another thing that's generating gold? I mean, it's not really generating that much gold, but the balance is pretty tight. Gosh. Yeah, we really are not running a lot of gold production. It's just wealth is really easy. All right, so this is gonna nerf our kelp a little bit to replace this, but you know what? I think it's worth replacing it with a herring, just to keep the food levels active. We don't have to push. We don't have to push wealth down while pushing tech up. We can just push wealth down. All right, and then what else? If we build a tech thing now, I'm not sure if we'll benefit from the boost to our technology before the era ends. Probably we will. Probably. Let's find out. You know what? Let's test it. So we only have 2 biodiversity now. And obviously we want the limestone to go down on the edge of the city here and not next to another mineral. So I'm just going to put down a sagebrush. Actually, no, I'm not. Never mind. It wouldn't produce enough science. We need something that's going to increase our science by 14 when we put it down. Or that's going to cut some more gold. So wait, where are you getting... Where are you getting all this money? Is it from... Yeah, it's from the inventions. So we are producing inventions that are increasing our wealth. Very unfortunately. So yeah, at this point I can't really even do anything about the wealth. The only thing I can do is replace the redstone. And just like ruin our fan palm temporarily. We'll break the fan palm temporarily. So we can't make a science yield from you. Here, I'm gonna put down a sagebrush over top of this, which will drop... Yeah, it'll drop this city's wealth by 1. It'll just have to do. Okay, and now we need Now we need 10 more science to complete to get our technology to be the highest thing. And we can fix some stuff after the era changeover. But it's surprising to me how difficult this was. We were like quite focused on it. So we get a button. We can just wait a second here. Nope, not sufficient actually. Well, maybe tied for most will be good enough. I guess let's hope so. All right, Age of Philosophy. Yeah, must be your planet's highest stat. Ties are sufficient. Why are we here? The inventor ponders. So we'll build an oracle that will train the unique philosopher profession, and we just have to generate a lot of tech. Philosopher gives science for unique biotica within borders. It is also contagious. It is copied to a receiving city after a trade deal has been struck. Oh, that's cool. So let's see about earning ourselves an Age of Philosophy. 12 population, 20 tech on the planet. Alright, well the first thing that we want to do for sure is drop some limestone here. We have the biodiversity for it, finally. It's just good stuff. It does not, we still don't know what micro slots do, or we don't have the ability to make use of them. But this is a huge amount of science. And I think it will push the city over the top for sure on their project. Okay, so they're inventing a new luxury. It looks like emblems must be the food, the bonus for getting a lot of food. Alright, cool. Anyway, we're going to draft something. We're going to draft ocean, I guess. Okay, so you can pick up another kind of algae. Which I think I am inclined to do. Let's grab the white-plumed anemone, which is just like generally good. And then we're gonna maybe make some changes to the way things are distributed in this ocean. So we want to be dropping some of this. It likes to be near distinct minerals. These are both bedrock. There's a lot of bedrock in this ocean. Maybe I end up changing one of them if I do this. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. It adds another type of algae. Or no, it doesn't. Sorry, this is not algae. Secure has gone from 0 to 1. What is the meaning of secure? Okay, inventions mostly seem to raise wealth, which is interesting. Alright, over here. Sea anemone's doing fine work. This thing wants to be near a fish. So you probably don't want to replace that. But like, I'm definitely thinking some red algae would be good. Replacing the bedrock here is not like super... Well, this will have more overall science than the bedrock does, slightly. Alright, Now, let's talk about building some plant life over here. Because we have access to undergrowth now. So we'll put down the bananas there. We're not going to be able to run bananas everywhere. Okay, the inventor village got where it was going. Yeah, we're not going to be able to run bananas everywhere because the biodiversity cost has increased from the original 3. Yeah. But we can place a taro root next to it. Still get decent food out, and then that will actually trigger the herbalists. That'll be a 40 science gain as well. Okay. People here are feeling pretty happy, and we're doing a good job of pushing both of our meaning of life traits forward, or our meaning of life goals. Alright, Botanist Town wants a combined 35 population intact, and we are not anywhere near that. That is a ridiculously high value. We get a draft. Let's do a desert draft. So a date palm is going to give us access to some 2-star stuff. Fancy things. So 40 bonus food for each bioticum that has base gold yield. I mean, big chunks of food are definitely high value. Plus 20 food if adjacent to at least 1 undergrowth. And 30 food and 2 biodiversity if adjacent to a set of plant and animal. Interesting. And like so it's unlocking the date palm for the desert and then other stuff for all of these other biomes. These are really interesting. So the mud crack lets us generate some extra science. The ostrich could be... You could get running space up to 4 times, right? So... that could be a lot of food. The date palm is going to be more food than an ostrich, like pretty much always, though. Let's go ahead and take that. So if I just put down a plant booster here... put down a plant booster, sorry. If I just put down this date palm and then we build something, the stone here with the base gold yield gets a bunch of science when it's near plants. So like this here. Oh, the date palm needs a level 2 slot. It's not a 2-star thing, needs an upgraded slot, and I don't really know a lot about that yet. We know you get this stuff, which lets you upgrade your slots for completing level 3 challenges. So we're gonna have to get there before we have to upgrade this city and complete its request before we could actually put down one of these things. Well, we can do a fan palm. Benefit from the redstone. That's something at least. Element biotica, gem biotica. So what is an element? You're an element. Okay, we have 1 right now. We can probably make this stonecutter work. Although Toolsmith is actually very, very good with limestone if we can get enough biodiversity in this desert to allow us a limestone for this village. This would produce, what, 70 extra science off of that? Hold on a second. 105. Well, it's getting 105, though, because it's getting the multiplier. Which, obviously, it wouldn't be getting anymore if there were... So, yeah, it'd be 75. I think I would rather... We get more total value from the stonecutter if we can meet the requirement. So let's try. All right. So we could just put down another stone. How do we get another? How do we get a fourth? Oh, actually, the first 3 settled cities raise your eon limit. It's not even actually. You don't get a boost with the 4th one. Interesting. Well, it looks like we're not going to be able to earn a 4th one anyway, because we still can't buy stuff in the planet shop except for eon upgrades. So, never mind. 3 cities it is for us. Okay. It doesn't say distinct, right? No, it just says if there are enough. So go ahead and put down a stone. We do need to produce a little bit of extra food for our age of philosophy. Okay, we're still getting some border expansion over here, which is great news. Do we have anything that reads... Okay, so quartz is an element. Redstone is an element. Sunstone is unfortunately not really placeable. So you want to be next to a plant. It's pretty tough to produce food in this desert. We have a lot of desert space. Yeah, we can put down a jerboa. Won't be able to make an armadillo. But let's get a jerboa going here. I'm gonna buy up some eon limits. So unfortunately, this is not going to push us... Well, it got us to 15. Or it got us to +5. So another jerboa on this spot would, in fact, be just enough food to push us to 12 population. We can drop plants out here and get more food from our bananas as well. Okay, this is already getting its thing. Have 80 total prosperity. 80's tough. 80's a tough value for sure. Yeah, if we could complete one more project, we can maybe get there. 4 minerals within borders. So like we could turn one of these jerboas into something else. Right, because we're not close to getting either of the level 3s, which would give us plus 10. We can get plus 5 here, almost certainly. But honestly, we don't have anything to make that's going to give us more than like 20 points of resources. Oh, well, I just need a little bit of science. Well, yeah, like a redstone. Redstone does some okay work, I suppose. This will get us... And it is an element, so it does help build the project. Or it does help build the, this thing. This will certainly increase prosperity. It's not going to get us to 80, sadly. But we're not like super far off of this, so we can do a couple more replacements, like a couple more tune-ups here. So you have to make 6 more points. That does feel pretty unlikely. We could... Let's see, we have maximum value from Oracle. If I place 1 more undergrowth, we gain 60 science here. So I could replace something with undergrowth. Which is to say a taro. It would have to be this tree. So we'd be turning 19 science and a biodiversity into 20 food. Which negatively affects the city request, but it does fire herbalist. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. That's going to gain us like 3 prosperity, I think. Oh no, with our tech we're up to a point where it takes 30 science to produce a point of tech. Oh, that's right, it does also generate a bunch of bonus food from the banana. I forgot about that. So that is going to add a little bit of prosperity from the food as well. I don't know what the thresholds are for expansion. It looks like the fact that they are the size they are for this era is exerting some very serious negative pressure on expansion desire. So we would have to find 1 more replacement move, or it doesn't have to be a replacement at this point. We have to find 1 more move that gains us 3 prosperity, and I don't know that we're going to be able to do that. I don't think we have any slots open within the borders of any city. We could get 20 bonus food by placing a plant of some kind in one of these 2 slots, but I think that's the best we're going to do. I have a draft up. I guess we could draft something. Where do we have a lot of biodiversity? This grove has it pretty much spent. Southwest Oasis has biodiversity to spare, and so does the ocean. Let's go for a desert draft. Never mind. Let's go for an ocean draft. Plus 60 food for each distinct set of plant and animal in biome. And it's an algae. Get some sea bass. And some seagrass. You know what? Yeah, I think that seems pretty good. Wow. We can't really expand our ocean, and that's a shame, but this marlin would be really good if we could. Okay, so. Oh, right, Sargassum's level 2, though. I can't actually place that. There are at least 3 distinct critter biotica in this biome. There definitely aren't. Yeah, I totally spaced on the fact that it's a level 2. So the only thing we could really do here is add a new type of algae. Yeah, if I overwrote the bedrock, adding a new kind of algae would be plus 25 food. The algae itself would only be 20 resources. It would actually be less total value. And we would have to build it here. I can't replace the anemone because the anemone's not adjacent to the kelp. We could rearrange a bunch of stuff to make this work, but, you know. Not right now, not right this second. So I think we're not going to get a 3-star Age of Philosophy. That's a shame. Plus 10 food, plus 2 mystery if not adjacent to an expanse biotica. That's interesting. So this ends up being 20 resources and 2 mystery. Yeah, alright. I mean, it's a resource gain. And this'll push us into the next stage. Plus, more unique biotica within borders. Not that this particular city needed that. It is a type of algae, so I guess we did fire the algae farm. Oh, wait a minute. Are we going to get there? We are going to get there. Because that was algae. I forgot it was algae. That does push us to 80. Okay, rad. Well, I did it by accident after I gave up on it. The people have discovered the meaning of life. It seems to be hang out with your friends and eat a lot of good food. And that makes sense to me. It's weird that we are now being given an era score of 79 prosperity, but whatever. It's still recorded the 3 stars. So +4 diversity prosperity. You got this for having 2 unique biomes with at least 4 biodiversity. Cool. Okay, so now we move into the second era. The calm era is always available, but it's pretty whatever. Castles and knights. The inventor, botanist, and miner need to develop in this chivalrous but competitive age. Each leader builds a unique castle. Help the castle cities develop. Okay, interesting. A damned plague. An evil scientist from the inventor city has made a profane discovery. This does not bode well for the humans. So this requires us to have a relatively high-tech city. What did castles and knights require? Oh, just have 3 cities. So the scientist city gains science from each unique toxic bioticum on the planet. And we do have some of those, at least in the ocean. And the forbidden formula, which gives science but has a nasty side effect. I mean, I sort of want to do this one. I'm actually like really curious. They're both marked as challenging. And we won't always, like, we'll always have access to castles and knights. We will not always have access to the plague. So let's try it. Seems like a weird one. Alright, so the city immediately receives a shit ton of additional science from this thing. Yeah, from our evil hideout. There is at least one toxic bioticum here. 4 to 6 tree biotica. 4 to 6 distinct biotica with science yields. Base science yields. Or... yeah, let's, So I have some trees. At least I did have some trees. I have a tree. We definitely have stuff that has base science yields. I'm gonna take the alchemist hut. Alright, so right now we are at 4. You might want to change some things out here. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a fish with a base science yield. Okay, so Inventor Town is on very close to enough science. It also needs one more unique bioticum, but it's expanded outward a little bit, so we get some room for this. Alright, there is stone here. Distinct biotica with base science yields. We no longer have a Ramon tree. And putting a tree next to the bananas, I think, just makes sense. So that'll get us our 8th unique bioticum. It'll be a 5th distinct bioticum with science yield, base science yield. And we're gonna have to get another one. Oh, hey, we do have 2 upgrade charges now, actually. So we can also start placing tier 2 stuff. I don't have a tier 2 thing that I want to place on this one. So the inventor needs to, for our first star, the inventor needs to get to 20 star. We have to get to 20 pop overall. We're working on it. We're getting close-ish. Unfortunately, we have to gain 33 science. If we could get one more thing that gives a base science yield, that would do it. Okay, these things have the legacy tag, and they are no longer checked. They have their output frozen on their last output. Okay, so they're providing us the big benefits, and we no longer have to care about them, is the important thing. So actually, we could remove some of this taro stuff in exchange for Ramon trees, if we want. This one's sitting on a plant booster. Yeah, let's do that. How are we on unlocking more science stuff? Okay, plus 50 if there's at least 2 toxic biotica. we have one sea anemone here. But we could fix this. We can make another bioticum, not you, sorry, plant bioticum. Yeah, a white-plumed anemone is actually really good here. If we replace the herring, it makes this kelp a little bit less good, but I think it's probably fine. And it's toxic, and it has a science output. This is gonna like supercharge the output of this city for sure. But this kelp is gonna get less good. And this will be our first level 3 request completed. Also, we did just hit 100 overall prosperity. The achievements, the achievement that just popped reminds me, so that's cool. Look at our people, and the fact that some of them are sort of purplish with prosperity. Certainly not the plague. Okay, so now we need to get to 20 population on the planet overall. Let's talk about that. Let's see how feasible that is. Okay, we have access to some higher level stuff here. Ooh, desert salt is interesting. Plus 15 food, science, and wealth for each barren bioticum in the biome, and doubles its food output if you have it next to a couple of empty slots, which of course are going to be barren bioticum, right? That's an interesting way to approach this. We don't really need topaz. Gila monsters just have a tremendous base science output. Actually, it's really remarkable. They lose food if there's a lot of animals nearby. Yeah, wow. The output of this thing, if it just doesn't have to be near an animal, it outputs 100 science by itself. Let's take the Gila monster. The Unargite seems good. Field Eringo is barren, seems good. Yeah. That feels like a winner to me. Alright, what would you like to do? Tree Biotica, big food bonus if there's plants around. Gain a microcharge, but I don't think we can actually interact with that yet. 10 to 20 mystery if there are 8 to 10 distinct plants. Or plus food, plus science, plus mystery for ocean plants. 3 to 5. We would never be able to max that out. We are at 3 already, though. So this would just be 20, 20, and then 8 mystery, each point of which is like 4 and 4, right? So that's pretty good. That's like 50 food, 50 science. The thing is, I think we can make the mill work. Yeah, I think we can make the mill work. We're at 5 already. Okay, you're a gold booster, so I would love to add a Gila monster to our environs. 3 to 5 animals in this biome. Yeah, if we just put you down here, so you're not adjacent to that jerboa, you're worth like a crazy amount of stuff. So I will, in fact, upgrade this slot. Oh, interesting. It upgrades the patch. So both of the slots on that patch become level 2. That's really cool. So yeah, 140 extra science for Southwest Cove. Pretty exciting. Unfortunately, Southwest Cove is actually very space constrained. What? Yeah. What happens here? Oh, we're doing a trade mission. Okay. All right. You want to do something? The statue's not a bad idea. We already have some element biotica going on here. Okay, so one more element biotica would send this all the way up to the top. And we certainly have room for it. Oh, interesting. We also have an empty slot. We have a slot with a super booster. So we can put down a stone. Does anything else have... No, nothing else that we can build here has element. In the desert... Seems like it just occurs on stone type things. We could replace the jerboa with an enargite and get like pretty good value out of that, I think. But I don't know that I would want to do it just yet. Let's get the planet to 20 population and then do it. And one way that we can certainly do that is by just building any plant adjacent to this banana. A papaya tree seems good. That's a unique thing. Alright, that's gotta push us over, right? It didn't? Really? Oh, the banana heart, jungle heart maxes out at 3. So adding another plant did not improve the shoot. I thought that was going to do it for sure. Okay, well, we'll have to make use of Southwastes for it then. Let's get some kind of creature over here. An armadillo wants to be next to an undergrowth bioticum. We need one more mineral, we need more wealth, we need more science. Gosh, we need a rainforest draft really badly. We could put down an armadillo here, take advantage of that undergrowth. And then... Oh, you're not adjacent to an output with base gold anymore. Yeah, I kind of like this. And then we'll just move the stone over and maybe just make 3 stone. Because we need one more element, is that right? Am I remembering correctly? Yeah. Alright, I think that's the plan. For right now, make this stone. Come, upgrade charge this. I don't know why I clicked on the ocean giant to do it. Anybody could do that. Alright, let's also make this stone. Armadillo. I didn't realize it was going to remove the existing stone. Alright, but let's turn a bunch of stuff back on. I mean, am I allowed to just put a stone back down in here? Yeah, because like that, those payouts are relevant to our project. It's not going to get us where we're going by itself, but it's something. It's helpful. All right, the inventor needs to have 25 tech. And we need to have 30 total population for the next phase of this. That seems challenging. That seems like a tough one. All right, so we need 6 more wealth and 8 more tech to push this up. What are y'all inventing? Statues, which are pretty whatever. Furniture, which is pretty whatever. Pet rocks are completely useless, but they're just a prosperity, you know? All right. Furniture being imported. Okay. So not a lot of great luxuries, if we're honest. We're getting all the benefit from our forbidden formula. The vegetable soup is just food. Okay, how are we going to push our values up any further? We have all of our projects like as met as they're getting, right? We can put down another plant here. A date palm? Well, you know, we do have gold yields in the immediate area. It's actually pretty good. I don't have the biodiversity, though. Not enough distinctiveness. Y'all just need a mineral in the biome somewhere. I don't want to be lowering food, certainly. We wouldn't have an undergrowth here. But I mean, that's fixable. And undergrowth has biodiversity attached to it, right? And there's no... Yeah, okay. Let's have a giant come over here and upgrade this patch. Oh, interesting. So it says when you do this, makes target biotica legacy, removing the bioticum but storing their yield in the slot. How do I see that that's happening? I guess we didn't see these things vanish. I have not been taking advantage of that. I did not realize. Okay, we don't need to know those. So this wants a mineral. I was going to drop a plant in there probably. What mineral would make sense? We can put down a sunstone if it's next to a plant and an animal. Well, it is. That's a lot of biodiversity. And then I was also going to put down an armadillo, which wants to be next to undergrowth and gems, but now that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Oh, hey, you're an element. Cool. So we just refired this. But I think I had lost it. Okay, we are producing a shit ton of gold. They're also pleased about their new sunstone. It will not help us to do more plants and animals, or more minerals, more sets here. So what was there was something I wanted to make here. A date palm. And we certainly have the biodiversity now for a date palm. If I put it here, base gold yields from both of these two and this thing. Like the date palm will be worth a lot of food. So let's do that. And then comes the question of what goes here. You just need to be next to a bioticum with base gold, and you are. So we could redesign this stuff however we want. So I could put this armadillo down and replace this with a gem. But it would have to be a gem that's also an element for us not to be losing other stuff. Yeah, and you're not next to anything with the undergrowth tag, so still, I mean 30, like the base output is 30, right? And it would improve the food yield of the date palm. Yeah. Go ahead and put down the armadillo. Oh no, this does fire twice. Okay, disregard me. I'm being silly. So, gem and undergrowth. We don't have any gems that are also elements, right? We have metal. Oh, no, we do have an element that's gem. Okay. Gosh, we're getting like kind of close here. So if I put that down, we get 20 extra gold out of you. Or I could upgrade the slots and put down a sunstone. And so this sunstone would only be able to trigger once. But it's still 50 total payout as opposed to the 20 we get from this. It's not a gem though. Right, the whole point of this was to activate the armadillo. Yeah, you know what? Okay, quartz this. Getting closer. And we've almost hit our 30 population on the planet. Alright, let's try to figure out if we can use some higher tier stuff here. Some tier 2s. We do have enough for another date palm in this area if we want it. Because we could push Botanist Town over with just population gains, and that would get us, obviously, some value here as well. This redstone is not particularly exciting. Yeah, this could really be anything that produces gold, and it would be fine. We want it to be something that produces gold and either science or food. If we put another animal down, we're gonna pay for it. So let's not do that. Oh, we especially don't want to put an animal down adjacent to the Gila monster. So it would have to be. It'd have to be a mineral, and yeah, it just doesn't make sense to fiddle with this. The limestone is definitely not a thing we want to mess with either. And it just needs to not be adjacent to minerals. So yeah, we're kind of out of like interesting choices over here, I guess. Unless I want to reconfigure this in a more dramatic way, which we could do. Yeah, we're not going to be able to benefit from our mill in its entirety. There's just not enough space. Well, okay, so do we need this to be a plant or a limestone? Yeah, probably, right? What about over here? Could I add plants over here? We'd have to add 2 plants. And the answer is no. I could add 1 plant over here. And we would damage our output some. Okay, this kelp is bad, though. We can replace this kelp with something interesting. So each distinct set of plant and animal in this biome. Currently, there are no animals in this biome. It is a type of algae, though. I wonder, could we put down an animal set? Could we make this make sense? Sunfish are very valuable. This really doesn't want an Expanse Biotica adjacent to it, though. Yeah, we can't really take advantage of that, unfortunately. The sea bass is no good. Yeah, our fish are just not very compelling, sadly. Another draft would certainly be useful. Are we still at exactly enough elements? Yeah. So we don't want to remove any of the stone, probably. It feels like we're kind of... I'm sort of hitting the end here in terms of things we can do that actually generate value. Well, I guess the idea is at this point you use your upgrade charge to lock in something pretty valuable and then build over it, right? What if I put down another date palm? We have the resources for another date palm. Yeah. And just like really, really, really pump food here. Okay. Let's try that. Let's try that as a plan. So we're going to upgrade this patch, I think. It's not going to be a full value date palm, but I don't think it has to be. Alright, so we locked in some stuff, but we also broke some other stuff. So over here we had redstone, which is probably still the right fit because we want something that has a gold base yield but also has science yield on it.
Wow.
We want things that are gold and also food. We don't have any plants with gold base yields, so If we put this down, and does it go down as a two-star version of redstone? No. Okay. It doesn't do anything special in the slot. Okay, we're getting really, really close to pushing this over. Yeah, let's just let this tick out. Let the botanist town finish. And then we can go for a draft. I think we need a rainforest draft pretty badly. Okay, so our rainforest needs science production really badly. Right now, I don't think we get a huge amount of value out of hemp, but plus 100% science if there's no more than one other copy of this biotica. And you could get it up to 130 base value plus 100%. Flint is an element that gets pretty good science. Ooh. Spider monkeys seem useful. Yeah, let's take this. Alright, now we have enough population for the devious experiment. We just need to push science in this area. So, let's talk about pushing science in this area. Hemp wants adjacent animals. This would at least allow us to get some benefit. Oh, right, I gotta level up this slot. Come over here and do that for me. Lock in some science and some food, and then we gotta build more plants again so that this thing has food. It does only need 3 of its 4 adjacent slots to be plants, though. So if we put hemp here, we can make an animal there. So you should come over here as well. We are likely to need your skill. All right, jungle hearts back to 3. And you need friends. Oh, we did it. Was that really enough? Okay, now just reach 175 prosperity. I think we probably can. So what I would really love is... Well, I guess at this point it doesn't matter a huge amount. We just need to put some kind of animal here. But it would be nice if it was a food animal. So like the armadillo... This is undergrowth. It's not next to a gem, and it probably won't be next to a gem, but still, that's pretty good overall. Yeah, pretty compelling overall. So obviously Minor Town would take us over the prosperity threshold by itself, but I don't think we're going to need it, honestly. Yeah, alright. We want another animal in the area next to this. So bonus food if next to a mineral. It kind of doesn't matter what this animal does, just that it exists. Each adjacent tree bioticum. So you're a tree, you're undergrowth, but you could be a Ramon tree. That wouldn't be bad. mean, it's just animals, though. It's just whatever. Yeah, let's put down an iguana. And right now we're not even benefiting from this, right? It's just a matter of increasing the value of the hemp. Okay, lively growth does not appear to be capped, so let's also put down some jungle fowl, I guess. Okay, border expansion's coming, so we may end up wanting to mess with this. So you give more if you're adjacent to a mineral. I'd want to put down a mineral before upgrading this area. Okay, Ancient Grove Haven is expanding rapidly. And then, yeah, like we probably use our upgrade charge here, right? We got our era complete, so I guess we don't actually have to stress about this anymore. We haven't completed Minor Town yet. It does seem like a challenge to do so. I might just tap out, honestly, like... We've got our stuff upgraded. So, like, what you would do is you would lock in the food here. The total amount of prosperity we leave the game with does matter some, right? So I guess it would be cool if we could complete this. So if we were going to try to do that, we have a new element, but nothing really, like, amazing. And I would certainly be reluctant to drop the element count at this point. Yeah, it seems like a thing that only occurs on rocks. A spider monkey is 2x monkey. This is twice as monkey as you might expect. But... well, never mind the thing I was about to say. So... we came over here. We couldn't make a date palm if we upgraded this stuff. The biodiversity is just too low. Or rather, the biodiversity is pretty good, but too consumed. How am I going to get 9 extra technology? I might be running out of tools here. So these are currently generating 20 science. We could generate a different kind of 20 science. Come at it from a different direction. I can lock in the 20 science here, and then we can build some stuff over it. We do have the resources for the hemp. And we can get the booster, like... yeah, this might do it. This might do it. So let's see if we can pull it off. We're gonna break the elements thing, but that's fine. We're gonna try to push for... I'm also gonna need to buy more era score here, so... okay, that's probably about as much Eon as we're getting. This wants to be food now. Wait, really? Oh, the hemp requires 8 now. Well, one way we can help to fix this is by putting down... We already have armadillos. Do we have a papaya tree anywhere? I don't think I do, actually. So that'll put out a decent amount of food. That gets me the biodiversity necessary to put down the hemp, and then I think I might be able to remove the hemp or remove the biodiversity. So this is my heinous plan here. Now we remove the papaya tree in exchange for a spider monkey. The spider monkey wants distinct tree bioticum. I have one more upgrade charge, right? No, I don't. Well, the hemp wants animals. Yeah, I'm gonna spider monkey. The hemp is not itself a tree. We can put down a tree next to it. But obviously we'd prefer to be firing the lively growth over here. Yeah, what I need to do is cause a move out, cause the borders to move out. If I put down a Ramon tree, that's not super compelling. Ugh. Yeah, so putting down a Ramon tree will get us a fair amount of total payout. And I think this would give us... Okay, they are expanding. We'll get 60 science if we put another animal next to the hemp, or 50 total value if we put a tree down. So I think one thing I want to do for sure is turn this into an armadillo. This is going to break the other level of statue. But we can fix that by putting down... sorry, here. By putting down a stone... You're a tree. Okay, let's put down a flint, because flint is a type we don't have yet. And you know, biodiversity. And it produces the same amount of total stone. Or the same amount of total science, and it's an element or whatever. Okay, now that we have the extra space here. Actually, we want... Sorry, I'm screwing up here. We want this to be a spider monkey, probably. So it would be 50 food and 20 science because it is adjacent to a tree. Versus... Well, it's the same amount of total payout is the problem. Yeah, actually, it feels like what we want to do is just surround it with armadillos, right? I put the spider monkey down initially because it was a unique bioticum and we needed the biodiversity. But at this point, it makes sense to just surround it with armadillos. Except for here where we can't because I'm out of boosters. Because we're not going to get the good payout from the spider monkeys anyway. Except in this slot, nope, right. That's still the problem. Come on, Sound, pay attention. Are y'all critters? Y'all critters. Yeah, let's do a pit viper. Love a pit viper. But yeah, we're just like nowhere close. Look at all the extra science though. Yeah, so we're gonna end up on 22 and 13. I say nowhere close because I lost minerals. But if we were able to expand the borders again, we could have replaced. We could have just put down 2 new minerals out here or something. I don't know what my plan was. In any case, we're done. We did a planet, and it went pretty well. The evil scientist achieved success. Lots of people were made sort of purple. Yep, congratulations. You seem to have turned yourself into... Is it like a zombie plague? I think it might be kind of a zombie plague. The forbidden formula is poisoning the people. We did it. What a hero? Alright, so we're scoring out pretty well here. 3 distinct biomes with at least 8 biodiversity. Pretty cool. I would love to use more biomes. We have to unlock more biomes, though. And since these are both new ages, we get lots of rewards. Show me cool stuff. The scarlet macaw and the squirrel monkey. More animals to give science is definitely welcome. As would be like minerals that give food, you know, more stuff like salt. I don't think we're going to see a lot of that, but each fruit bioticum in the whole biome. That's interesting. Agave is cool. Pitaya. +1 biodiversity if there are no more than 2 other copies of the pitaya. Okay, interesting. Stuff that, like, now that we're starting to unlock more high tier, like Apex Biotica, stuff that gives biodiversity is definitely feeling a lot more important. Ooh. All animals in this biome get bonus food. Okay, red deer is just like base 25 and pretty good for a one star creature. This is tagged herbivore and prey if adjacent to a mineral bioticum. It's already herbivore and prey. Does that mean it gets double tagged? Which might matter if you get something that's counting the number of those tags that you have in an area. Beaver is just outputting lots and lots of gold. The beaver has the fur tag 3 times. Okay, white willows are cool. Boy, I sure wish we knew what micro slots did. Hopefully that's a feature that we'll be unlocking here. Look at the art for these gray wolves. Extremely adorable. Okay, so see, this says for each adjacent herbivore bioticum, so it's not going to count the tags. It's counting bioticum that have that tag at least once. Okay, bonus food and biodiversity. And we've seen the musk deer attached to another thing. Imperial jade. That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold. And more gems seems useful. We have some things that trigger off of gem tags that I feel like we're having a little bit of trouble working with. Okay, yeah. That was a cool set of things. Now also, show me my profile rewards. Okay, different stuff in the planet shop, including the ability to buy draft charges and border boosters. Huntress and the Pirate Queen can be taken as main spirits. Ooh, achieving 2 stars in an era will grant additional rewards. And we got the emblems. Okay. So out of curiosity... Ooh. Frost Giant, which brings the Taiga biome. The ability to terraform, add terraform features to your planet. Nomad charges in the planet shop seems useful. Expansion charges to increase the size of the planet seems useful. The third and final era... 3 stars. Savannah Giant, which looks absolutely rad. Okay, see, this seems like a big deal. Level 12, everybody gets more biomes. Seems very rad. Okay. There is a lot yet to unlock. So, this is, I think, sort of my aim. I'm going to keep wanting to see new eras, as many new eras as we can per game, which is going to require a little bit of planning. So the Iron Age requires one city must have at least 3 science and 2 minerals within their borders. Monument Age requires just a city has wealth. This feels like it's completely trivial to do, so I think next time we'll aim for an Iron Age, and we'll see what comes out of that. Humanity has not yet encountered this turning point in their civilizations. Huh. It's something we haven't even been given vision of. And then, yeah, there's a bunch of tier 3s yet to see. Okay. Man, I'm enjoying this a lot. I hope y'all are enjoying this a lot. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're going to set up a whole new world and hopefully poison fewer of the people upon it. And we'll see you then.